Okay, welcome. And in this video, I want to show you three different resume structures you can use as a student. It can be a little confusing to structure your resume because there are so many different sections and headings available, and you might be confused, oh, which of these do I need? So in this video, I want to show you how you can structure your resume from the student's perspective with three different structure examples. So first of which will be students that have some work experience, and for students that have no work experience, and last it's a last bonus structure that can apply to either or. So I'm Professor Job Offer, and I've spent the last 10 years with a number of Forbes Global 2000 companies, and I want to share with you my secrets on how to land your next job offer. Okay, so resume structures for students. Let's dive right in to the first, which is the students with some work experience. So when I say students, I'm talking about students and recent graduates. Usually mean college and university students, but it can, even if you're in high school, if you're graduating high school and you want to jump right into the job market, this can apply to you as well. And when I say recent grads, I mean for the graduates who are applying for their very first job. So this, when I say work experience, I mean internships, some significant part-time jobs. So when I say significant, I mean related, or you have had the job for a long time. And lastly, uh, if you have experience running your own business, this would also count as your work experience. So um, the gist of it, this is what your structure will look like. Let me go ahead and explain each section. So you have a header, and every resume you're going to have a header, and this is where you have your name and contact information, and you're going to follow up that by the summary, sometimes the summary of skills, or it's even called skills and qualifications, or you can even call this your profile as well. And this is where you highlight your skills, experience, and achievements in about 3 to 5 lines. So think of this as like a preface of a book. You're highlighting and summarizing what is going to come up in the remaining of your resume. And you have your education and academic background right after your summary, and this is where you have some information about your studies, your GPA, your courses, scholarships, and so on. And then this is where you highlight your work experience right after the education. So you want to highlight your responsibilities and achievements from your internships, your part-time jobs, or from running your own business. Following that by the leadership, or you can call that extracurricular activities as well. And this can be extracurricular activities from outside of your school, so maybe some kind of volunteering, or if you participated in any kind of athletics or student clubs, this is where you would highlight your responsibilities and achievements, and finish off with the hobbies and interests. And yeah, literally some of your hobbies and interests that you did not highlight above. So when you put that together, if you're a student with work experience, this should be the structure you're aiming for. And by the way, if you want to know about each section of the resume in more detail, I have a video where I explain each section of your resume, and I show you samples like this, where I show you different samples on what you can write under your work experience, your headers, your leadership experience, and so on. So if you want to use that as a reference, be sure to check that out. Let's go into our second scenario where I'm going to show you a structure for students with no work experience. So when I say students, same thing, I'm talking about students in recent grads, university, college, or even high school. And when I say no work experience, I mean those individuals who haven't had a chance to have any internships yet, or those who didn't really have any kind of significant part-time jobs. So not talking about any of those short-term part-time jobs. And if you have no experience running your own business, and it's completely okay, it's very normal for some students to not have any internships or part-time jobs graduating, and this is how you want to structure your resume. So don't worry, I got you. Let me go ahead and explain each section and how this differs from the previous case of students with work experience. So same thing, you're going to have your header, which is the name and contact information, summary. Just going to go through these relatively quick because this was explained earlier. So summary is where you highlight your skills, experience, and achievements in about 3 to 5 lines. You have your education, same thing, your studies, your GPA, your extracurricular activities, some achievements or scholarships. And this is the section that differs. So instead of having work experience section, you're going to have related experiences and projects. So this is where you highlight your experiences that are related to the job you're applying for. What this means is because you don't have any work experience, but you're still going to have some kind of school projects or extracurricular activities from your school, and you will have skills and knowledge that you gained from those activities and experiences. So you want to extract those and highlight those under here, under related experiences and projects. Okay. So this could be from some volunteer work or student clubs and so on. And the other section is pretty much the same. You have your leadership, where you have your extracurricular activities or outside of education activities such as volunteering or student clubs, and you highlight your responsibilities and achievements here, and ending with the hobbies and interests like the other one. So, and when you put them together, if you're a student with no significant work experience, then you want to be aiming for this structure when you are writing your resume. So the key difference is that if you're a student with work experience, you want to have the work experience section, which is where you highlight your responsibilities and achievements from your internships, part-time jobs, or even your own business. But if you're a student with no significant work experience, then you want to have related experiences section to demonstrate that you have the skills and knowledge and are required to perform the job well. So try and extract and highlight the experiences that are related to the job you're applying for. Okay, so the third one is a bonus structure, and let me show you how and when this works. So yeah, same thing for both students and recent graduates. So this applies if you have lots of experiences, okay? And if you have multiple internships or a lot of different part-time jobs or significant extracurricular activities from school that you want to highlight, or if you need to fit your resume in one page. So you really just need to, grab and extract the most important and related experiences. So this is how it looks. It looks very similar, but instead you're not going to have a summary, but you're going to have your header: education, related experiences and projects, and work experience and professional experiences, and you're just going to choose one of these two or both. Okay, followed by your leadership and hobbies and interests. So those last two items are the same. So header, exactly same thing, name and contact info. Instead of summary, we're going to dive right into your education academic background. Okay, so this is where you highlight your studies, your GPA, some of your achievements from your school, maybe scholarships, some student clubs and other extracurricular activities you participated. So the option one is to have your related experiences. So exactly same as how I explained earlier. For students with no work experience, you're going to highlight some of your school projects, extracurricular activities, and skills and knowledge from those projects and activities in this section. And the other option is to also have your work experience. So remember, you can choose either option one or option two, or you can decide to put both of them if you have tons of experience. So this is where you highlight your experience, and what I mean by that are your responsibilities and achievements from those experiences. Okay, and followed by the leadership and extracurricular activities outside of your education, and that's also where you highlight them using responsibilities and the achievements, and finishing off with your hobbies and interests. So when you have when you're using this structure, you're either choosing one or both. So you'll have header plus 5 sections on your resume, or header plus 4 sections with related experiences and projects, or header with 4 sections using work experience and professional experience. So let's quickly recap. So if you're a student with some work experiences, and when I say work experience, I mean leadership, significant part-time experience, or running your own business, you're going to have your header followed by your summary, where you have 3 to 5 lines of your skills, experiences, and achievements, your your information about your education, followed by your work experience that from those internships or part-time jobs, and your leadership experience or extracurricular, we can also call it. So these are the activities outside of your education, and finishing off with your hobbies and interests. And the second structure you can use if you're a student with no significant work experience, yes, you have your header, summary, education, followed by your related projects and experiences. So this is where you highlight to show that even though I don't have any kind of significant work experiences, I still have the minimum qualifications and skills to perform the job well by relating them to the projects and experiences that you have. followed by your leadership extracurricular activities, highlight them using responsibilities and achievements, followed by your hobbies and interests. And the bonus structure is where you choose one or both of the related experiences or work experience. There's just one more thing I want to share with you. If you need some assistance writing your education section, so it looks like this, I have a video that takes you literally I help you write your education section on your resume line by line. And when I say line by line, I mean literally line by line, starting from the title to the basic information, what and how to write each of the fields there using and the dates. I also show you how to represent your GPA and your awards and scholarships, how to list them, what you should be writing in them, and the courses that you should be highlighting, and some of the activities, and how to write each of them literally line by line. So be sure to check that out if you need some assistance writing your education section. I'm Professor Job Offer, and I'm here to help you land your next job offer. Thanks for watching.